So, folks, today's Diaspora Check-in zooms to the United Kingdom to meet a movie star. He's the Security Officer of the Year in the National Association of Healthcare Security Awards. He's a Jamaican. His name is Leston Scaife, and they call him Sugar. Sugar, what going? Morning, welcome to Smile. You good?
Yes, I'm good.
Movie star. Great to have you with us this morning. Where in Jamaica are you from? Where in Jamaica are you from originally?
I'm from a little place called South Farm, Manchester.
Manchester. And when did you leave for the United Kingdom? And why did you leave?
Well, I lived to the United Kingdom in 2000. One of family member, give me the opportunity to go to England. So yeah, I'm here today. What
do you miss most about Jamaica?
Everything. When you talk about the food and mama cooking and all of that, everything we miss. So, it's an opportunity for me to go back to Jamaica every year to get some food. And, I should be there now because it's mango season.
How long have you been a security officer at the Queen's Medical Center?
Just over 4 years. I think July coming be 5 years I've been gonna be there.
Yeah, and what led you to being awarded the Security Officer of the Year in the National Association of Healthcare Security Awards?
So there is a lot of things that I've done there. Firstly, when they have the TV program for, the what you call it, A&E department. So they have this program to show how the A&E department, operate, how things, carry on there and stuff. And from there on, things are moving forward for me because, getting involved with patients and different people day by day, saving someone from jumping off our bridge and all of these things, so, yeah.
Yeah. And because of the abuse and rise in security issues at the hospital, you're wearing body cameras. How do you feel about that?
It's really good, because it's help, because when we get involved in any form of confrontation, that body cam is there to protect us and to protect the patient as well, and, the level of violence that there sometimes, you have to have it on for your own safety.
Yeah, and you've been featured on the UK's Channel 4 show, 24 Hours in the A&E. How has that impacted your life?
That changed my life dramatically, because, each day I go into work, even, this morning I went into work this morning, and, people can still, pointing finger at me and said, oh, I see you on telly, and, you're such a lovely security and everything, So it's a good feeling, to be honest.
And you have to wear, what you call it, a stab vest?
Yeah, we have to wear a stab-proof vest, yeah.
Why?
Because we encounter dangerous people in that hospital sometimes, because people come into the hospital with knife, hammer, all kind of things, and then you're dealing with people who take drugs on a daily basis and they have needles, so we have to protect ourselves, really.
But why would someone come into the hospital with a hammer and a knife? Who they come to hurt?
Well, several times I said, if some of them go to Jamaica and see how Jamaica operates, people go to the hospital because they're ill. But over here, it's totally different. You have people who, come into the hospital with serious problem with drugs addiction and all of these things. And they come in to take drugs because if we find them collapse anyway, they know that they will get help straight away, So they use it as a den, to be honest.
You were also a prison officer in Her Majesty's prison service. What was that like?
Yeah. Oh, that was crazy. Seriously crazy.
What do you mean by that?
The level of violence in the prison service, it reached above and beyond because, you have people coming to the prison service and, with some serious problem and dangerous guys as well who murder someone on the street. We have to take them in. And, I can remember one of the incidents where, a prisoner came in that same day and he see someone from a different, postcode. And when he came in, his friend them just boiled some sugar and hot water, and they just dose him. He just walk into the prison, and you have to go straight back out with ambulance.
Wow. I suspect you don't miss that.
No, I spent 4.5 years in the prison service, and then I said, you know what, it's time for me to go, because I was a riot officer as well. So if there is any riot within the prison around the UK, I'll be the first response.
Were you surprised that you won this award?
Yes, I was surprised, to be honest. When I was nominated, they sent me away for 2 nights into a nice hotel and everything, And, when you see so many people there, it's a massive, I would say, 50-50.
Yeah.
But when they call out the winner, I was over the moon, So, yeah, it shows what I'm doing, and, what they appreciate what I'm doing.
What you're doing now, any regrets at all? Was there a plan B? Did you have anything else in mind to do if you weren't doing this?
Well, at the moment, I'm a truck driver, so, my options are there, to go about and do other stuff if I don't want to be there. Because sometimes it can be, overwhelming, really. So, yeah.
So how do you mix and match? How do you work there and you drive truck? When do you drive the truck and stuff? How you work that out?
You see, the multitask is kind of a bit hectic because, at the moment I'm on a rota where you have 4 on, you do 4 days and 4 off. So, like my 4 off, I will probably do 1 or 2 days of driving, So just to keep my license up to date and to get used to the road and different places, So, yeah.
Okay. Anybody you want to say hi to in Jamaica before you go?
Yes, definitely. I want to say hello to my mother. I know she's watching Nalda Scaife, She's the greatest of the greatest mother in the world, I'm telling you. And my Auntie Joy, I know she's crazy right now. And all of my friends, they know who I'm talking, like Tony, G, Bull, and the whole lot, the whole farm community. I just want to big them up and, enough respect every time,
When you come into Jamaica?
Well, I'm supposed to come at some point this year, but I'm not sure because, because of the level of violence in the hospital that I'm working, I have a court case I have to attend. So, So it's a lot of things I have to be pushing,
Yeah. I hear you were invited to a garden party.
That was something I will never forget, Because it was an honor for me being invited to the Royal Garden Party to meet the king, although I didn't get to speak with the king directly, but I speak, with his brother. His name is he's the Duke of Edinburgh.
Right.
And I'm telling you, the experience, and as you seen on one of the pictures, there's a lady in African print. She is the Lord Lieutenant of Nottingham. She will go around and do some of the king businesses and stuff,
Yep.
So she came and saw me at the hospital, to congratulate me with everything that I'm doing within the hospital. And, funny enough, one day I was at the hospital and, I was helping someone, didn't know that it was her daughter I was helping. And the way how I treated her at that time, she recognized all of that. So she came personally to give me, tell me thanks for all what I was doing,
Congrats, my friend. Very, very impressed. Really, really impressed with what you have done, with what you are doing. Stay safe. Thanks for speaking with us this morning, and God bless you. All right?
Yes, it's a pleasure. Yes, definitely. Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. UK award-winning security officer, Liston Sugar Scaife. That's it for your diaspora check-in. When we come back, a brain-teasing fun stop. Soon come.